What's going on, and welcome to a brand new series we are starting here on the ScapeGOATS channel. Now for this series, we're going to be making Group Ironman. Group Ironman entails is standard Ironman rules, plus we are able to trade within our certain group. So our group consists of me, Mitch, HMO, Gary, as in Pete, and Benton. So us four will all be able to trade amongst each other, boss together, and do anything else an Iron Man would do, but do it together. Now we'll also be able to trade each other any gear, any food, any potions, whatever it may be. So I know most of you, if you've been playing RuneScape for a while, you've seen the Runeshark God Sword set from scratch. We'll be following that kind of ideal as you see on screen now. These are the kind of rules they had when they went into it, which was start with no items, no use of grand exchange, and just things like that. So pretty much standard Iron Man rules with a little bit of twists. They also could trade no other players but each other, which is kind of what we're taking from that. Now they had disallowed items. We're going to allow anything goes that we can get following the standard Iron Man rules. Obviously there is no Group Iron Man out yet, so we will just be making main accounts and just trusting that none of us will cheat or use the grand exchange, and we'll update the history as it goes on and make sure that we're doing it correctly. Now, also following the Runeshark series, we are also doing we're kind of doing a twist where, like Faux and Bodhi with the One Man Army series, they kind of sparked that Iron Man and Ultimate Iron Man mode per se. So using that same etiquette to go about the Group Iron Man series. And with that said, hopefully we can get some NPCs in game. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, just kind of making a fun little series of videos to kind of spark interest, see what's possible inside Group Iron Man before it comes out. A dev blog back in June of 2018 that's on screen now for you to see. And some of the things they pulled were, do you plan on playing Group Iron Man, which 42% of the population that voted said yes, which to me is a crap ton. And also, what is your desired group size? For this series, we will be doing groups of 4, or a group of 4 of us, which was pretty much tied for the majority of that vote that was polled. Some other questions were, should a Group Iron Man be able to group up with other Iron Men for bossing purposes? And ours kind of goes off this a little bit. So ours will be, we cannot group up with other Iron Man per se, but just each other to group, and that's mainly what we'll be doing and going about it that way. And also another question was, what should happen if a member of the group leaves, which obviously for this series we hope no one has to leave unless anything occurs, but we won't be worrying about that. Now for goals, here is a little image to show you all of the major God Wars dungeon boss drops that you can get as of date within God Wars at each of the 4 big bosses, Bandos, Zami, Sarah, Arma. That will also be the order we will be completing our series in. So we'll be starting at Bandos as soon as we are capable of going to Bandos. So we will be progressing through each God Wars dungeon boss. So from Bandos, we must hit each of the 4 key drops on screen as you see before we can progress to Zami. So if we're 3 BCPs, 4 Tacits, and 8 Hilts in, we still cannot progress without those boots. So yes, it may be a hair grindy, or we might get lucky and just skip right through a boss, but and we might want to get a little dry at Bandos, get a couple BCPs, couple Tacits, who knows. But that is the way we've decided we are going to be playing this. This is the order we decided would be best for a Group Iron Man. Obviously, regular Iron Man would probably do Zami first, but we decided to do Bandos and kind of just take our time getting through it, enjoying it, seeing how we can boss, and then train up our range for Sarah and Arma after our melees are good and we got all our gear. And yeah. But with that said, we'll just jump right into the intro. I just wanted to give a little bit of background on how the series is going to go, who's in it, what our goals are. So hopefully this helped. And without further ado, here's our scuffed intro. All right, guys, welcome to a brand new series we are starting here on the ScapeGOATS channel. This is our unofficial Group Ironman Series, where we will play by standard Ironman guidelines with a little twist. I'm joined on this journey by my 3 Iron brothers. Iron Giggles.
Hello.
Iron Mitch, which is me. Smile. And HMO.
Hi.
And Benton.
Hello.
Our restrictions include the traditional Ironman rules without the helmet icon, of course, but we are allowed to trade as a collective unit, working as one to complete an end goal of achieving all the drops.
Go, Hunter.
All right, so fuck. I forgot that I was going next.
No, you can keep going. We'll cut it.
Okay.
It's all good.
Ready? So within our group, we have challenges that we need to complete each series or each episode. So a challenge is where the loser would have to do some sort of task thought up by the group.
And that takes us into our first challenge. Fuck, I'm so bad at this one sec. And that takes us into our first challenge. We have to get to the bottom of the strongholds of security and get the 10K. Loser has to get 5 rune crafting before he can continue with his journey.
Yes.
And so we begin.